so that I can see you guys' comments. Good morning, it's Robin. I'm your Glamour planner. Welcome to the Sunday Reset. It's Sunday. Most people have already set their mind to worry about tomorrow, to worry about Monday, and worry about the rest of the week instead of taking this time to just reset. So, welcome to the Sunday Reset. I know I am late. Please forgive me. Y'all. So, my second job, my coworker is late every week. Literally. Every Sunday, she is late. It is my intention to go live 7:45 in the morning. I love this time in the morning. It's early, it's quiet. Um, it's the perfect time to commune with your creator, however you see, or whatever your spiritual practice or belief is. There's power in silence, there's power in less noise, there's power in just taking some time for yourself. So I love this time of morning, and it's still early. The thing about what makes today just even more serene is the weather. We got about 20 inches of snow. There's so much snow. I came out about 6:30 this morning and cleaned up my car. I'm supposed to get off at 7. So I came out 6:30, cleaned the car. By 6:45, no, it took me about 6:50. My car was covered again, like literally. So I went back out, knocked some more snow and stuff off of the car, just so that I can get out of here once my relief came. And sure enough, she wasn't on time. She was not on time, and it's okay. I don't mind making a few extra bucks at all. Um, but I like to know. Like, I don't like people that don't call and say, hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, and I already knew like the weather was bad, so I kind of figured she was gonna be late. But good morning. How y'all doing? I'm not putting my mess off on y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is God's morning. We are woke. I think Allah that I am here, given another day. I just studied something that says when we sleep at night, our spirit is recharged. And to be allowed another day is God's permission to, well, allow God's permission for us to be here another day. So first thing we should do is be grateful. So part of this self-care, part of the reset is just moments of gratitude. I think that helps our spirit. I think that helps us if we can. And I'm going to show y'all. My girlfriend gave me this beautiful, beautiful gift. When I spoke with you guys last, I was like, oh, when I did the 25-cent sale at Dollar Tree, I thought I found a jewel, y'all. I thought I found a jewel. It is not. I thought this was like going to be a case that we can just put little index cards or something in. So I said, whatever challenge we had, we would use a little box to put that challenge in, meaning that we would give it to the creator. We would give it to Allah, God, however you see him, however you worship, that we would give it to him so that, we will not carry that into our week, carry it into the rest of the day. So whatever challenge we were going through, we would be able to do that. We're still going to do that. I'm determined to find a box, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do in the meantime. So this was it, and I probably still can put something in here. It's just symbolic. It's of just the act of saying, hey, whatever challenge I have for the week or challenge I see coming up for me, I'm going to put it in here and give it to the creator and allow him to work things out for me. So that's what this is for. Um, so I could still use it, but I'd rather have something that's an actual case. But these were cute. These were only 25 cents. If you guys get a chance, let me know in the comments if you made it to Dollar Tree for the 25 cent sale that's actually still going on. But I shared a lot of goodies with you guys. If you're not on my TikTok or Instagram, please check it out. So what I decided this week is that since we're making it faith-based, that we're giving these challenges when we're doing a reset this week, is that you can take your challenge like this is a great idea. So I picked up these are little desk notepads, and this one is great. Well, these both are great because this one says seize the day, which is what we are doing when we do the Sunday reset. We are seizing our day. We're not allowing the world to come in first and take over, make our day more stressful, keep us focused on worry, raising our cortisol levels um, with stress. And then this one says good days ahead. Let me see. Hey, good morning. That God's desire. So this one is seize the day. You see that? And this one is good days ahead. So either one of these are great. You don't need something really big or something like that to write it. And so for me this week, I was horrible in the garden. And that was on my mind because I did not prep my garden for winter yet, for the snow. We've had these odd kind of days, and I kind of slacked in my own personal garden. And I believe that the garden is life, it is energy. And when I am out there, I am grateful for my garden, for all the blessings and the things that it gives me. So when I'm out there, I'm giving my garden the same energy that I feel that it gives me, because it gives me food and harvest that feed me, feed my energy, feed my body, my mind, and my soul. And so, me not being able to get out there into the garden like I should, I felt I was kind of slacked in that area this week because I was supposed to get it done. I do have covers for my two large raised beds. I do have a cover for them, and I did not get a chance to get out there and put it on there. I was so excited about this mulch that I received this week. Um, I called myself I was going to run and put it out there in the beds, fill the beds up with it first before the snow hit us, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So that is one of the things that was on my mind this week. So I'm taking that, right? And I'm just going to put it. So if you have, this is my Quran, and I'm just putting it in there. One thing that I'm not going to worry about, it's not that I don't care about the garden. I am going to get out there. Again, there's so much snow out there. Like, there's no way I'm getting into the garden today. And I have to go back to work tonight. So I'm not going to get out there and be able to cover anything. But I will get to it once the snow actually stops. This snow is not stopping. So thank you guys for coming on in. I appreciate you coming in here. Let me get in here so I can see the comments. Good morning. Happy Sunday. And if you have a Bible, the same thing. This is my Bible. This beauty. I love this Bible. This is one of my favorite Bibles in the world. And I have how many Bibles do I have? I have two Qurans. I have a mini Quran, and I don't remember what I did with it. Forgive me. And I think I have one, two. I have two Bibles. These are the Bibles that I'm constantly reading in, and then I have another Bible, which is like just a regular Bible, like a random Bible that I was gifted. Um, Kind of looks like the ones they used to keep in the hotels. Ain't that something? They don't even keep them in the hotels no more. But anyway, um, so this is my favorite Bible. Have you ever seen this Bible? We've done many of prayer groups with my Bible and my Quran, and I'm telling you that I've had them a very long time, and my Quran is in phenomenal condition, because I actually have a prayer space. If you guys ever seen it, I did a video a long time ago on when I built my prayer area, and I have a shelf that I keep my Bibles and my Quran on, along with some candles and coffee cups, things like that. But if you ever get a chance, you can check it out. But so if you have that, if you don't have a box, I would like for us to have a box to put these things in, these things that are challenges for us for the week, things that have us worried, because worrying is part of the things that keep us from being focused. It actually puts weight on the body, it's stress on the body. So being able to take some of the things that stress us out or worry us and put it into a place where it builds faith that it'll work itself out. um, I feel like it's just another good thing that's gonna just be beneficial for when we do the reset Sunday, right? Because once you put it in there, once you put it, I don't want you picking it back up and still worrying, still got a lot on your mind and stressing. But I really want you to put it there and trust in the power that you believe in, trust in your God, trust in, have faith, build your faith by believing that those things will work itself out. So, a lot of times we don't realize how much we let the world in before we even start our day. So, if you are the type that your first thing you're doing is scrolling in the morning, you're on Facebook, you're on social media, you're on TikTok, and next thing you know, an hour has gone by, and we done scrolled so much, we done um, that's letting the world in. That's letting the world in before we decide how we want to um, deal with our day. We've allowed other energies, other forces, and things like that to dictate our day for us because we've allowed that way in for us in the morning. So, what this Sunday reset is about is not allowing any of that noise and things in before you decide how you want your day to go. You decide that how your day is going to happen by how you start your morning. So, if you start your morning waking up and being grateful, if you start your morning um, about some self care, which is very, very vital and very, very important. And I know you probably hear it a million times. Self care is not being selfish, it is absolutely not. We deal with the world so much, we take on the world so much, and we have to remember that we have to take care of ourselves. And that starts with us controlling our day, controlling what energies we allow in it. There is power in silence. There is power in quietness of the morning. There's an energy that happens early in the morning. I don't know if you're the type like I used to be up like 2 in the morning, and now I'm up because I work on the weekends anyway, late at night. If you wake up, I was told that whatever thoughts is on your mind, you should write them out because they can be instructions, they can be gifts, they can be blessings, they can be um, creative moments that the Creator is talking to you and speaking through you, and that you should write those down, so you can remember them. Because sometimes out of sight, out of mind, but when we write things down, we're committing them to our permanent memory. So it's great if you write them down, and you can always go back and reflect on them and say, hey, is this a direction that I want to take my life? Is this something, this a lesson that I'm supposed to learn? Like, what is it about this thought that came into my head 3 o'clock in the morning? You know, but just remember to try and do that before you go back to sleep, is to write them down. I'm not asking you to stay up all night, because we need rest. So that's part of reset too, is you definitely need rest. All right, so I was trying to find it. Let me see. Let's see, live. Look, how my own live does not come up first, it bugs me out every time. Let's see. How y'all doing anyway? I thank you so much for coming to my channel. Um, I hope you're having a great morning. Hey, who's that? God says, I adore you. Good morning, friend. Who's that? Said Auntie. Which one of my nieces is this? Good morning. Good morning, everybody that is here. Welcome to the Sunday Reset. Today is about seizing your day before the world does, before you let the world in, before you allow um, scrolling and social media and even phone calls. It don't really have to just be social media. Amen. Hey, I got a couple family members in the chat. Who is that? So Sunday, they say, is the first day of the week. So it is the day that we all should take this time to decide how our week is going to go. I don't know. You don't have to be a planner. You don't have to do any of that. But I try to like map out my week, um, because again, I'm a planner girl, so everything is in it. I even have on here my Sunday reset, and I try to put as much information on here as possible that I know that I have to do for the week, just so that I'm prepared. So on Sunday, I'm reviewing it. I'm going through it, making sure that my appointments and everything is in there. I don't want to forget anything. You guys don't realize there's so much that we take in our body that can cause us memory loss. Like, for instance, I was listening to Minister Farrakhan say that the fluoride that's in toothpaste actually causes memory loss, not immediately, but the long term use of it. So, all of the fluoride that we've been taking in from our um, toothpaste, fluoride that's in our water, that fluoridated water that they have, all of that contributes to that. And I saw a video yesterday of a gentleman who was sharing how even the chlorine, so there's fluoride and there's chlorine, there's different chemicals in the drinking water, right? And so he was saying that the chlorine that's in there immediately goes into the bloodstream. He said you can take a cup of water, test it, and you can test how much chlorine is in it. He said, so after that, fill the cup of water up again, since you know how much chlorine is in it, stick your finger in it, and if you test the water again, there'll be no chlorine. That's how fast it is absorbed by the body and goes into your bloodstream. So yeah. So hey Barb. Thank you, Barb. I don't even know what the weather is here. I know I got on, on social media to just warn everybody that it when I was out there getting the snow off my car, um, my fingers were freezing and I had on gloves. So if you got to get out there and get your car cleaned off, you probably need two pair of gloves because it was cold, y'all. Seriously, seriously, it was cold. So I was showing you guys. So I was showing you these good notes. Like you can use these for when we're writing down our challenges for the week that we want to put away and give it to God. Hey, Casons. And then my girlfriend gave me this. So what I wanted to talk to us about too is besides getting a box that we're going to put our challenges in, I also want us to just to kind of journal, being able to talk out the things that we're going through helps. And I don't know if you have anybody that you can talk to, that you can confide in, that won't throw it back in your face or hold it against you or remind you of some of the things that you've gone through. Sometimes you can just get a journal. Now, my girlfriend gave me this one. It's a very beautiful journal. The only thing with this journal is about, so it's called She's Growing. It's a planner, tracker, and journal, but it's about your hair growing. So it's about keeping track. I guess they make hair care products. So thank you, God's Desire. I wasn't sure what was going on. Um, okay, so thank you, God's Desire. Um, so this one, it still is a great journal. That like it talks about self reflection, which is the point of me saying that we should be doing the journals and everything. But this journal typically is really about your hair growing, but it's beautiful. Um, I am myself. I created a journal. Um, it has been it's my desire to create my own planner and journal set, and I'm still working on it. I do have it, the outline of it, because I'm in the craft world, the planner world, gardening world, and I believe that there is a planner that should be for those individually, but then there should be one that kind of encompasses all of your gifts as well. Um, so I'm working on it. I'm working on that. But neither way, get you a journal, and then I'll talk about that in a second as well. So let me start from the top. So the Sunday reset. Um, so the Sunday reset is about intentionally stepping back to recharge, refresh, restore, focus, refocus, and then to reset yourself up so that you can take on the world. Not so that the world can take on you, so that you can take on the world. You need to be in control of what comes into your space, what energies are introduced into your space, what things we allow uh, to have impact on us. And then also it's us taking control of our days and our weeks and not being bogged down by it. A lot of times we can become overwhelmed, and that's what the Sunday reset is about. It's about lifting all of that weight up off of us, and us getting ourselves together, us taking some time for ourselves, and then we can deal with the world. So yeah, because then you can take on the world. It's okay. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, stepping back to recharge, refocus, all those things spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. We have to take care of the whole of us, right? The whole of us has to be taken care of. We can't say, okay, I'm going to deal with my emotions today, and, then later on down the line, you feel like you haven't um, done anything spiritually to recharge you. So we have to take care of the whole of us, and I feel like that's what the Sunday morning is for, as we can deal with the whole of us, because we have this time. And I don't know if you understand, again, that power, that there's energy that we can connect to, that charges us, that gives us life, and that gives us power. um I was looking at my numbers and knowing that, like, I need more vitamin D. um so I actually have to order my pharmacy for life, because they have a vitamin B, C, and D blend. And I realized that I need to get some more vitamin D, but understanding how important those vitamins are to each other and to the processes in the body. So if I am um, not getting enough sleep, if I am there are parts of me that vitamin D is responsible for. It helps to get other nutrients throughout my body. So if I'm not taking care of that physical part of me, then how is the spiritual? The spiritual is not gonna. The spiritual still work. I'm not saying that those other processes in the body don't work, but they rely on each other. I can't my mind can be strong, but if I'm not taking care of my body and giving it what it needs, then my body can be bogged down. I can be tired. I can be sluggish. Those things like that. That's what I mean about, we have to take care of the whole of us, and not just certain parts of us. We have to take care of the whole of us. Thank you, Christina. Good morning. So we have to take care of us. Now, we have to find grounding. Now, a lot of you that are on here, you all know me. I garden as well. Taking time to get out there, and that was my challenge this week, is not being able to get out there to care for the garden, to winterize it anyway. So I'm still grounding, because I do have a lot of fruits and vegetables and that energy from having, fresh food like that. But also grounding is out, getting out in nature. So me being out in the snow this morning was me part of grounding, because you know that when the water rises up above the earth's surface, it is cleansed by the sun. And even though we don't see the sun as much, because the season that we're in, the sun is still ever present and still ever burning and still purifying that water once it is distilled back on the earth. So getting out there and touching, yes, it was cold. Yes, I was only out there to um, shovel off my car, but getting out there, it's just about being out there with what the Lord has created. Nature, make sure that when you get that chance, you're out there feeling. I don't know if you guys are in warmer weather. Y'all may not have snow like I have snow now. Some of you guys are in the south, and you guys can still get out there, still be grounded, still be in nature, because you don't have this weather like this. And for us that have the winter weather, it is still grounding. It is still part of nature. It is part of nature to snow and distill back on the earth. It still replenishes the earth. It is frozen water. Our plants, our gardens, still getting water from it. It's not rain like we see in the spring and the summer, but it is still water that feeds the earth, right? We talked about sleeping. You have to get enough sleep. 8 hours. They say we need 8 hours of sleep. Do your best to get your sleep. Sleep, when you are sleeping, your body is renewing itself. It is repairing itself. It is regenerating itself. All of this plays a part in our reset. If we are getting enough sleep. And yes, if you wake up, like I said, don't forget, if thoughts and things and creativity come to you, make sure you write it out. But go back to sleep and get your rest. It is important that we get our rest. The body needs it in order to reset, in order to recharge. The body needs that. It needs to heal itself. Otherwise, your body is still fighting infections and fighting, trying to move food that you ate through the day through your system. When you are sleeping and you're resting, that's what your body is doing. It is trying to push those toxins out of the body. But if you're not getting enough sleep and you're not getting sleep at all, then your body is not processing like it is supposed to. There's so many people who are backed up and constipated and got years and days and weeks and months worth of waste still sitting in their system because it's not moving through the system like it is supposed to. And if you are having those issues, you need to seek some help. You need to get you some herbs. You need to do what you need to do to get that waste stuff out of you. It becomes so toxic, build up in our system. So you need to be doing whatever you can to get the waste out of your system. Okay, so getting enough sleep, sleep allows that. Um, eating, eating is important. Eating is important, is vital to the body being able to process and do what it needs to do. If you guys didn't check out my video, check it out. I talked about those water soluble vitamins, the ones that come in and out of our body on a daily basis, the ones that we need to put in our body on a daily basis. And a lot of them can be put in through your herbs. Your herbs contain a lot of these water soluble vitamins. I know. What's the temperature there? What's your temperature? Because it's cold. When I tell you, like, I came inside after shoveling the snow and things off my car. The tips of my fingers felt frostbitten. And if you have family and loved ones that are in the north like me or out Midwest where there's lots of snow, make sure you check on them because hypothermia is real and a lot of people can die from hypothermia. You don't want to miss an opportunity to just encourage someone to make sure that they're okay, make sure that they're taking care of themselves. We are connected to one another, and being able to check on someone, help someone, encourage them to be well and take care of themselves and to be careful in inclement weather and things like this is so vital. But it's also a blessing on you. Okay. So again, back to the eating, making sure that we are eating whole foods, foods that have energy, foods that have life. Seedless foods do not have energy. Seedless food do not feed our life. You need to eat food that contains energy, contains nutrients that feed our body, feed our soul, and feed our mind. I don't know if you know it or not, but food also has an impact on our mind. When we eat foods that are highly parasitic, that are have lots of toxins and things, that those things weigh on our mind. They can cause us to be irritable, hostile, aggressive. They really, really do have an impact on our well-being and on our life, and we have to be mindful of those things that we put in our body as far as food is concerned. Um, we talked about journaling. I told you guys about getting a journal, so we're gonna get a box that will have anybody that's interested in journaling. Journaling is important because it helps you to get things off of your mind that can weigh you down or cause you to worry or stress. But being able to journal actually does relieve a lot of that tension or relieves a lot of that stress. And I think I put that on here too. So I have wrote that in here. Planning and journaling. It actually improves your overall well-being, helps you to be focused. It can also help you with resilience, being able to look back and see the things that you wrote out and you overcame that could have been a challenge and you didn't think that you would get through it or get past it. But journaling and being able to look back on it and say, hey, I did that or overcame that. That's resilience. Um, also, it can be motivation. Writing down these ideas and thoughts and things that come to us, and actually taking it and bringing it to fruition, it can be motivation to keep on going, to keep doing these things, ideas and creativity that come to us. But journaling it can definitely have a positive impact. Okay. And then, let's see, I'm going to go back. Um, Mindfulness. I am really big on this, and that's why one of the biggest things about the reset. The reset is not being worried about the future. It is not constantly looking back at your past, holding yourself accountable for the past and the things that you have done. And it's not looking too far ahead that we stress and worry ourselves out about things that have not happened and things that may not happen. Mindfulness says that I am living in the present, that I am being aware, self aware of what is going on around me right now. It is accepting the things that I can myself, that I can change, that I can have control over. Like I can control not allowing the world in through social media, emotionally up and emotionally down. Sad and happy and all of these things that you can go through by just scrolling on social media. And mindfulness saying that I am only worried about the things that I can control at this moment, at this point in time, that I am sitting back and I am being grateful for what I have, that I am being mindful of the family and the people that love me and checking on them and they're checking on me, and I am being in this moment, that if something good is happening in my life, I am thanking the creator that these things are happening in my life right now, that I am enjoying it. Like, you know how something good can happen, we too worried about the next thing that we don't get to enjoy um, a good moment, or a goal accomplished, a challenge you've overcome. Like, we should be mindful of those things that are happening in our life right now, that we can be proud about things that we've overcome. We can be grateful about the things that we were blessed with right now. And then tomorrow's going to be tomorrow. The past is just what it is, the past. There's an excerpt in the Quran that tells us about looking back into the past, that we should not do that, that we should not be focused so much on what happened back then. It's not that we don't learn from it. It's not that we don't take the lessons from it, but constantly looking back and holding ourselves accountable for things that happened in the past. The Quran actually frowns upon that. I don't know. But wow, it feels like 31. What is my weather like? Let me see. I just wanted to see, because it is cold here. Oh, it's funny. It's 31 already. You said yours is 40 something. I feel like 31. We are 31. So let's see. I want to see how many. Oh, so it's 31, but it feels like 20. It felt like 10 because my fingers, I don't know if you can still see it, but my fingers were really red. And they're still red. See the tips of them are red still? When I was out there in that snow, still red. And I'm in a house where it's warm. Look, my tips are still red. I'm telling you, it felt like frostbite out there. It was cold. And I immediately said, hey, listen, everybody be careful going out there. It's really cold. So let me see. The winter advisory already. Oh my God. So it's expected to last till 1 p.m. today. Yeah. All the way to 1 o'clock. Then the sun is supposed to come out. And of course, there's an overcast right now. But today, snow. Tomorrow's only supposed to get up to 28. Okay, and then Thursday, we're back to rain and 55. But for right now, only up until then, it's cold and you got to be careful. We put together a bunch of bags and things for people because it's cold out there. The homeless, it's cold. And I always worried about people in the community who have nowhere to go. The beautiful thing about my city is we have shelters and things in place for people that are homeless. Our police don't arrest the people that are homeless and panhandling, trying to stay warm and stuff. They actually transport them to one of those locations, which I'm so grateful to be a part of a great city like that. So let's get back. Okay, so we talked about the mindfulness, right? Um, Part of this reset process too is about setting boundaries. Setting boundaries could be something as simple as um, turning your phone off until you're ready to let the world in. You can turn your ringer off. I know a lot of people, they'll turn their ringer off at night and then won't turn their ringer on till the morning. One of the things I did is I told my bill collectors, do not call me before 9 a.m. You can do that. You can tell them, like my credit card companies or whatever, don't call me before 9 a.m. And then I prefer you call me during the week and not during the weekend. During the weekend, I am working long hours. You know, I have three jobs technically, but I prefer not to be harassed during that time. And they respect that. And they actually put it in their system not to call on the weekends and don't call before 9. So you can do that. But that's just a simple boundary. There's other boundaries that you can set that you can help to keep outside influence. So you know what your boundaries are. You know the things that you accept and you wish not to accept. One of them is how people treat us. How you choose to live your life, and the things that you accept and things you don't accept from others. You know, you can set those boundaries and not be afraid to set those boundaries. Those are your boundaries, and people have to respect that. You do not have to be mistreated by this world. One of my biggest things is I gave you guys my affirmations, and the biggest affirmation, of course, I'll read it again at the end of this, is that, you know, we want to be an example that kindness still exists in the world. We want to be an example that goodness still exists in the world. But it doesn't mean that we're going to let people trample all over us and mistreat us. Sunday reset, since I'm focusing on myself and I am taking care of myself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to allow someone to disregard my boundaries and mistreat me, right? So you have to be able to, you know, say that this is a boundary that I set and then stick to it. Don't bend it for anyone or allow someone to, you know, to skirt past your boundary. If that is your boundary, you keep your boundary and you be firm about it. Okay? So, boundaries. Um, the timing of this morning and why I wanted to do it this morning is because I feel like I am more joyful at this time, early in the morning when I'm getting off work. I don't know why. I'm joyful in the morning. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm joyful every morning. Like seriously, joyful. Happiness. A lot of people, oh, I'm seeking to be happy. I want to be happy. I had to have this conversation with my son, and I had to explain to him the difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is fleeting. And I don't know, you guys hear this all the time. There's so much propaganda out there telling me you should be happy. You should be happy. Happiness is temporary. Happiness is fleeting. Happiness is also, more than anything, conditional. Happiness is based on the conditions that are going on in your life at the moment. So if I did not get that promotion I want, I'm not happy. If my car broke down, I am not happy. If me and my husband or boyfriend, we broke up, I am not happy. Or if we're arguing, I'm arguing with my sister, I am not happy. So see, happiness is fleeting. Happiness is conditional. But joy says that despite what is going on in my life, that I experience joy, because it's not based on condition, and it's not based on temporary emotions. Joy happens irregardless to circumstance. Joy is everlasting, um, but you have to find it for yourself. So, besides joy, setting boundaries also allow you to create a condition of peace. You need to setting those boundaries allow you to have peace in your life, because you won't allow people to bypass your boundaries. Um, Peace also is a state or condition of being, and it's what you don't want people to break. A lot of times people don't understand, just calling with a certain attitude, or um, having someone else having a negative outlook, or someone with some hostility can disrupt your peace. So peace is also conditional, but you also can create your own environment where you won't allow people to break your peace. Peace contributes to your joy. Okay? So, having joy, creating a space of peace. And again, this is my zen this time of morning, when I can reset, when I can study my scripture, study the word, study God's word. I my journal, and listen, I can plan all day long, irregardless. But journaling, having a peaceful morning allows you to be able to get things out that have been on your mind while you're journaling. Are all important. And let's see. A big, big, big thing for me is having some tea. Now, this here is not tea this morning. This morning. So, having, creating the right atmosphere contributes to your reset. So, make a nice cup of tea. If you know that you're going to have a busy morning, you may not be able to get all your vitamins in your food, you can have some tea. Tea that covers some of the vitamins and minerals, that your body needs. Excuse me. And you can create that environment for yourself. Whether you're going to do a reset in the morning, whether you're going to do a reset in the evening, you can create that atmosphere for yourself. And I say add a good cup of tea. Okay? A good cup of tea will add to your morning reset. Right? So a good cup of tea, a journal, mindfulness, is actually helping you to create this amazing routine for yourself, right? So self-care. Remember, self-care is not selfish. And I'm just going over everything that we talked about today. Self-care is not selfish. Um, set boundaries to avoid interruptions, disruptions on your Sunday reset. Um, Start with, you don't have to do a Sunday reset with a whole bunch of hours. 1 hour, a half an hour. I started with this like we were going to do a 15-minute reset, and it just turned into a half an hour. So try to be realistic, because I like to talk and I'll keep on going. Plus, I study so much, and I always feel like I want to give you as many tools in the tool chest as possible to help just equip you, with your Sunday reset. So I always have a lot of notes, and I always go beyond a half an hour. Let's see. Oh, I'm pretty good right now. So we've been going since quarter of 45 minutes. So not bad. So remember that the world can creep in first. We want to take the time to reset. So we have to block out the world before our reset. To not, disrupt our reset. So when we're doing this reset, we want to block out any distractions or disruptions. So seize in the morning. Seize in the morning is important. that quiet time, that peaceful time, whenever you can find that space, whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the evening, whenever that time is great for you, that's when you can do your Sunday reset and your refreshing, restoring, refocusing. All right. You are sacred. Your energy is sacred. That's an affirmation that I gave you guys and told you guys about. Your energy is sacred, and you choose where it flows. Your energy is sacred. You choose where it flows. You decide what you want to put your energy into. Don't let the world decide for you. Okay. Affirmations, and I share with you mine affirmations, but you can have your own affirmations. You can create your own. And what you can do is, excuse me, once you create those affirmations, you can record yourself saying the affirmations, and then I would play mine at night, or I would play mine in the morning, and so that way I can hear it in my own voice. What it does is it counters negative thoughts. So if you are the type that you sometimes a negative thought can creep in, you can replay your affirmations. Play your affirmations, listen to them. It's in your own voice. You can hear them. You're reinforcing your own thoughts, not someone else's. You don't want the world's thoughts, and you want to reinforce your own thoughts. So having affirmations helps you to do that, helps you to counter negative thoughts. To counter and reduce negative thoughts, right? It's also stress relief. Doing a Sunday reset allow you to relieve a lot of stress, because we're taking this morning to decompress through prayer, meditation, mindfulness, however you have your communication with God, with Allah, with the Creator, with Jehovah, with Yahweh, however you see it. This is the time that you do that, and trust in your own process. You don't need someone else's four walls to tell you how to commune and have a relationship with the Creator. Okay. Let's see. So I already told you about planning and journaling. What we're doing with the Sunday reset is we're rewiring our brains. We're retraining our brains to stay focused and to be mindful on the present, and then not to worry and add stress to ourselves, because what that does is it raises our cortisol levels and keeps us in a constant state of fight or flight. You don't want to be in that constant state of fight or flight. Your body never gets to relax. It never gets to completely relax so that it can be healed and restored. You have to remind yourself that you're not in that condition. Rewiring the brain to know that I'm okay, I will be okay. Yes, challenges may happen, yes, trials may happen, but I can overcome them. I can get through them. And yes, we need help by the Creator. Yes, we need to stay in prayer. But yes, you can get through them. Through patience, through prayer, through however you and the Creator. Oh, excuse me. How you see it? Sorry, I must be tired. Actually, I probably need some water. But you can get through it. You can go through any challenge that you face. You can get your body to relax. You can get your body to sleep and heal and do those things that it needs to do. Okay? Are there any questions? Yeah, no, I like to talk. So, and in here, I have hot apple cider in my tea. Hot apple cider. I love this cup too. They had what's this, 50% off? 50% off at Rainbow. It's nice because it is that, the stainless steel. Please, let's get away from plastic. It's stainless steel. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a Yeti. It just isn't called a Yeti, but it's like a Yeti. Just great. When I tell you keep it cold, or it keeps it hot. So, and then you can just carry it. But you need to hear about that cup. Um, let's reset. Let's reset. Let's refocus. Let's rewire our brains to know that we will be okay. So now these were the affirmations that I shared with you guys that I do every morning. Now you can do your own. I would love to see some of your affirmations. If any of you have affirmations, please put it in the comments. I would love to see your affirmations. Um, One, I am not my past. Today I begin again. I have a divine reset, a clean slate. So that's where it came from, about having a Sunday reset. Every day that you wake up, you have a divine reset. It is God who woke you up this morning, God who gave you another day, or how Allah who brought us here to see another day, and He didn't have to. So every time that He allows us to wake up, it is a reset, y'all. It is a divine reset. So I do not need permission, approval, or perfection. I am forgiving but not forgetting. And that's what I mean about not looking back. You don't have to forget the things from the past, because that's how we remember. It's like all of the things that we have gone through, you don't forget them, but we don't keep living in them. When we constantly live in the past and things that happen, it stagnates us and keeps us from moving forward. 2, I try to be fast. Again, my energy is sacred and I choose where it flows. My energy is sacred. I choose where it flows. 3, excuse me, y'all. I have everything I need within me. We come into the world complete. So we are brought into this world complete. We have everything we need within us. We have to tap into it. Okay? We are divinely created. There's something sacred and powerful and special about you. You have to tap into that energy of you. Okay? I move with purpose, not pressure. One of my favorite ones. I move with purpose, not pressure. This is the part about being mindful about time. It's because time can often dictate how we move. If we don't have enough time, we're in a rush. We can jeopardize our life. We can jeopardize the life of others if we're not mindful of time and respecting of other people's time. Okay? So I move with purpose, not pressure. I move with clarity and not chaos. We have to, by journaling, we're decluttering the mind. So decluttering the mind allows you to have clarity, to see things with clarity. Okay? 5, what is meant for me cannot miss me. What is meant for me cannot miss me. Not people, opportunities, moments that are meant for me are not dependent on my perfection. I don't have to beg, chase, or compete. And that's a big one. I like to tell that one to the kids that I come in contact with. You don't have to beg, chase, or compete with anyone. You are divinely created. Everything you have is within you. 6, my mind is my superpower and I command it today and every day. So part of those affirmations is helping us to rewire and reset our brain. A lot of us do have negative thoughts and negative thoughts feeding into us on a constant basis. So having affirmations helps us to change that. I'm so sorry, y'all. But having those affirmations helps us to change that, to reset and to rewire our brain, so that we understand that we control our mind. Our mind does not control us. Our mind is meant to serve us, not sabotage us. Okay? Serve us, not sabotage us. Think about your thoughts. Anytime a negative thought creeps in your mind, say to it, my mind is meant to serve me, not sabotage me. My mind is meant to serve me and not sabotage me. Having negative thoughts sabotages you. It keeps you in a negative state. Okay? 7, I rise not just to exist, but to impact. Upon my awakening, I step fully into my purpose. My life is not random. My presence has purpose. So you have a purpose. I heard my minister say, "Blessed is the man that finds his purpose before he leaves this earth." So it is a blessing that if you are walking and acting and standing and doing and being and existing in your purpose, if you know what your purpose is for your life and you are walking in that purpose, you are doing the things that you believe that you are created to do, that is divine. That is divine, and you are blessed. If God told you that, like I always, this things that I do every year, which is feed the homeless all year long, but to clothe them, give them things to help them stay warm. I'm not a millionaire, but I still take, out of my own pocket, to help those in need, because I believe that we all can play a part, and you don't have to be rich to do it. There. Look at the people who are rich. We celebrities and athletes and all of them. And I'm not saying that they don't do their part, because a lot of them do. But there's so much more that we can do for the people that live right in our area, areas that we grew up in, areas that we, um, you know, live in. There's somebody that's in need. Everybody don't always have a lot, and if you can impact just one person's life with an act of kindness that you do, then you're blessed, and don't worry about the blessing coming back to you. I promise that that's God's promise to us, that when we put something greater than ourselves out there into the atmosphere and we act on it and do that, then he will bless us tenfold. So you do that, and don't worry about your blessings, okay, because your blessings are going to come. So that is, if that's your purpose, whatever your purpose is, whatever it is that you want to do in this life and you want to be of service to others, you do that. It says, "Blessed is the man that finds his purpose and acts on it," that does it before he leaves this earth, right? So you rise to impact. Upon your awakening, step fully into your purpose. Whatever that purpose is, walk in it with a surety. Walk in it with your passion. Don't let nobody stop. We have to stop letting people tell us, and this is especially for women, that you are too strong. The reason why we are strong is because we have been through a lot. So if you are strong, you are meant to be strong. It has nothing to do with a gender, being a male, has nothing to do with being a gender, a female, or what our gender roles are. What you've been through built you for what you are to go through. Everything that you have been through prepares you for what is to come. And it wasn't about what it was when you were going through your trial or your struggle. It is overcoming it so that I am stronger for the next trial that I am about to face. Because we are going to have trials. We're all going to have struggles in life. And not to say that all of our struggles and trials are the same. They are not. But what's on you is God said that you are strong enough to handle it. And you have to trust in it and walk in it and overcome it. And know that when I do overcome it, I can sit back during my reset and say, "Hey, I got over that. I made it through that challenge." And be happy about it. Be grateful about it. Be joyous about it. Know that you overcome a challenge in your life. And it's okay to reflect on it, and then know that when I move forward, that's another tool in my tool chest to help me get to the next level in my evolution or in my development. Okay? So, uh, humility, guys. Humility has to be a part of who we are. Being humble, knowing that we don't take things for granted, that we're grateful, we're showing gratitude for it, because there are people that watch us. Even if we think that we don't have people that watch us, even if you don't consider yourself a role model, there's always someone watching us, watching the things that we do. And they can be emulating us, children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, anything like that. They're constantly watching us, and we can show them a gratitude by what we do, how we react, how we respond. But being grateful, humble, being humble. How many times have we seen the actions or the let me see, the karma come back to people who are not grateful because they forget. Uh, so we don't allow someone else's negativity to impact you. Don't allow anyone else's negativity impact you. You want to be strong. It's okay to be strong. You want to be powerful. It's okay to be powerful. All of that is within you. Just don't allow any of their negativity to rub off on you. We don't want to stay in these state of hostility and negative environments, creating negative environment within ourselves. You know that you can die from the toxicity and the buildup of that that you place in you from all these external forces. So you want to be mindful of the energies that you let into your space. Okay. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anything from anybody. Those are my 7, right? Um, so my healing and my growth is evidence that kindness still exists in the world. Um, my healing and my growth is evidence that goodness still exists in the world. I rise because I am called, I am needed, not just to set my own soul on fire, but others as well. So when we rise, I mean, we're meant to be here. Every day that we're given, we are meant to be here. There's a calling on our life. There's a calling on our name. And we answer that call when we rise. And how we live our life, how we go about our day determines our level of gratitude. And also, it helps us to impact others. So, let me see. I want to make sure. Okay. If there's any more comments. Is there anything, any questions anybody has? And listen, if you come into my live, whether you come in now or you watch the replay, please hit the subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, please hit the like button. And I truly, truly appreciate you guys for watching my video. Again, this is the Sunday Reset, and I'm Robin. I'm your Glamour Planner. And don't forget to reset. Before you let the world in, you reset. You refocus. You refresh. You get yourself together before you allow the world in. Okay, and that's it, whether it's scrolling or whether it is TV or whether it is the outside world, period. You can control all of that. All right. If there are no questions, I am coming to the end. I appreciate you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to finish drinking my hot apple cider, which is still warm. I want you guys to have a beautifully blessed Sunday. Enjoy the quietness, the stillness. I want you to experience joy. So be joyful and have a blessed Sunday. Reset, refocus, refresh. And most importantly, restore. Restore. Everything lost this week, you can get it back. Okay, including the nutrients and things that your body needs. So God's Desire, Cases, and everybody that joined me in the chat, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Have a blessed Sunday. Blessed Sunday. I'm headed to go pay my charity. Have a blessed Sunday, everybody.